The Devils again fight back. What an emotional contest. 58-55 the score. 2:56 left to play in the third period. Mickey Seaver moves to the near court. Gate City still in the 2-3 zone. Over to Bonifay. He has Bowles open on his left. Bowles going to take the three. He hits it.
Pelton brings it into Ferguson. The lead is 6 for Dobyns Bennett. Ferguson against Seaver. Pulls up for the jump shot. It will roll good for Arthur.
Gate City hanging by the skin of its teeth. 4-point lead as again Seaver pushing it up. Seaver looks a little tired. Buck Van Hess has not rotated anyone off his bench this half. They work it back to Seaver from 3. Shot is good. No, they're going to call it from 2.
Gacy comes the other way. Ferguson working against Seaver. Passes for Hensley. Hensley from 3. In and out. Rebounded by Horde of Dobyns Bennett.
Gate City just needs to settle down. Look for Dave Mason to call a timeout anytime. 6-point lead as we're under 2 minutes in this third period. They work it over to Seaver. Thought about the 3 again. Over to Bowles. Webster back to Bowles. He's open for 3. Shot is good for John Bowles.
Gate City now down by 9. As Hensley works it up court. Gate City, as you said, all they need to do is settle down. Ferguson with a basketball for Morris. Morris from 3. In and out. Rebound comes down to Ferguson. Ferguson takes it back up and in.
Arthur Ferguson having a game of his life on the boards on the inside. I don't think I've ever seen a guard rebound like he has been tonight. He pulls the Devils back within a couple of buckets. The Dobyns Bennett Indians going to work for 1 shot. Oh my. They're going to work the clock down. We have 1:05 left to play in the third period, and they're going to play the Dean Smith type 4 corners. Oh my, what a turn of events. Bonifay, the ball's back to Bonifay. They're going to waste over 1 minute of clock. Buck Van Hess says he wants to take a big lead in. Back to Bonifay, back to Seaver. Mickey Seaver over to Bonifay. Clock stands at 44 seconds. Bonifay out to Seaver. Bowles is open, back to Bonifay. Or excuse me, Seaver. They are just pulling it back and forth. What a piece of coaching strategy by Buck Van Hess. Seaver starts to drove. Back out to Bonifay. Crowd becoming restless. Seaver has it. Over to Bonifay. If Dobyns Bennett can convert, what a piece of masterful coaching strategy it would be. Bonifay now, clock down to 13 seconds. Looking inside, has Bowles open. Shot by Bowles is no good. Shelton has a rebound.
Morris comes the other way. 5 seconds remain on clock. Morris drives to the middle, shoots a lead-in jumper, short. Rebound to Ferguson. Ferguson cannot get it off at the buzzer. So, at the end of 3, Gate City down by 7, 66-59. PJ, if I was Coach Mason, I'd have to tell the boys, come on now, settle down, get the high percentage shot, quit throwing shots that you have no chance of making.
I tell you what, I think we're in store for the best final period of basketball in probably the last 4 to 5 years in the area. This is going to be a shootout. Gate City is probably going to come out and match up with Dobyns Bennett. And the Indians will probably sink back and make Gate City shoot the outside shot. They've gone cold from the outside. The crowd has gotten a little quieter. A lot of things are going against Gate City, but they're still fighting. And I'm sure Dave Mason is telling his troops, we've got 1 quarter of basketball standing between us and an undefeated season.
The junior varsity also went into the 4th quarter down and fought back into the contest to win that game. Gate City here, well, they need to play some good defense and get some good shots, PJ.
As the Indians will take the ball on the half-court line, it will be Jody Begley, number 10, inbounding into Seaver. We're ready for the final 8 minutes of basketball here at Gate City. Begley has it, passes over to Seaver in the corner. Seaver going to drive, put the shot up over Shelton. It won't go. There for the rebound, Hensley for Gate City.
Hensley comes the other way for the Devils. Driving against number 10, lays the shot up and in.
Spark plug for Gate City, the lead down to 5. The Indians, Mickey Seaver will bring it up. Seaver has been a key figure here. He's been a spiritual leader for the Indians. Over to Begley. Begley looking for help. Gets it back to Seaver. Seaver inside to a cutting Green. And Green travels with the basketball, claiming he was pushed.
And Coach Van Hus not happy right now with his team. Hensley brings the basketball into Ferguson. The Devils can cut the lead down to see if they make a shot here. Pass goes over to Hensley. Hensley fakes the three. Drives the paint, shoots. No good. Rebounded by number 32, Bowles.
And again, Dobyns Bennett comes away with another chance to increase the lead. Mickey Seaver being guarded by Ferguson, looking around, has to find help. Gets it to Bowles. I don't think we're going to get many more three-pointers. Hensley steals it.
Hensley takes it up and in.
What a move by Jason Hensley. The Devils are within 3, 66-63. Again, Mickey Seaver, calm, cool, and collect, comes down. He has Begley and Bowles. Going to move, pass inside the Horde, turn around over Shelton, no good, but a foul called on Chris Shelton. It'll be 3 fouls on Shelton. 2 new players for DB will check in. It'll be number 34, that is Webster, Ricky Webster, and also number 31, Bonifay. Alex Green and Mickey Seaver will have a seat on the bench. Sherman Horde goes to the line. Horde with 9 points in the night. I think this could be a key moment. If Horde misses these, Gate City could get some momentum. He misses the first one. The fans are starting to get riled. Horde will have one more. The fans are up. Horde's second shot is good.
The lead is now 4. The ball into Hensley. Hensley comes the other way for Gate City. Hensley sets up the offense. Drives, passes to Morris. Morris from 3. Bang!
And the lead is now down to 1. 67-66. What a game. Seaver instructs Bonifay to take control. Bonifay crosses half court. Gate City now in the defense. Seaver gives it to Bonifay. Shot up by Bonifay off the backboard. No good. Shelton collects the rebound.
Shelton gives off to Morris. The Devils can take the lead here. Morris works it up slowly for the Devils. Morris at the top of the key. Passes back. Stolen away.
Mickey Seaver going out all the way. Hits the easy layup. Good.
Morris needs some help. Finally gets it into Ferguson as Gate City had an opportunity to take the lead, and the ball was stolen by Seaver, so the lead is 3 now. Ferguson passes to Morris. Morris from 3. No good. Basketball out of bounds to Dobyns Bennett.
It looked like it was off of the hands of number 31, Ken Bonifay, but the referee calls otherwise. Bonifay inbounds to Skip Begley, or Jody Begley, excuse me. Bonifay comes up. Gate City now putting a press on. Begley, as he gets it back to Bonifay. They get it inside the Horde. Shot by Horde is good.
The Devils managed to battle back in, and then they let them blow out to a 5-point lead, PJ. They've got to play better defense. Ferguson over to Hensley. Hensley had it slapped away. Ball run down by Ferguson of Gate City. Brings it back out. Passes to Hensley. Hensley on baseline. In for Shelton off his hands and off the hands of a DB player to Gate City. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left. Plenty of time in the contest. Morris will trail the ball in for Gate City. Brings it in to Ferguson. Ferguson from 3. Bang!
Arthur Ferguson hit the shot when they needed him most. The lead is down to 2. 5 minutes exactly. They come up in a match-up defense. Jody Begley being guarded by Morris. Begley looking for help. Gets it to Bonifay. The crowd chanting defense. Bonifay has it nearly stripped by Ferguson. Lobs into Mickey Seaver, wide open. Reverse layup good by Seaver, but he travels. Shot will not count. As number 32 Bowles checks back in. Begley sits down and Gate City wants a timeout.
So with 4:45 remaining in the contest, Coach Dave Mason says, I want to talk to you boys. Let's get back in this thing and win it.
This will probably be one of the last timeouts they call. We're heading right down the stretch. Fans are up. I tell you, no matter who wins this contest, this game is going to be remembered for a long, long time.
Nowhere even close to last year's contest, PJ. This year it is evenly matched. Morris has 27 on the night, PJ, for Gate City. And Ferguson has picked up a lot of the scoring slack. He has 10 in the second half and 13 for the game.
I look for the strategy here, Ivan, to be very close and very tight in what both of these teams do, because it's coming down to the point now where you don't get a second chance. So this effort here on both teams is going to be a tremendous effort.
And Ferguson works the ball up court for Gate City. Ferguson over to Hensley. Hensley looking for an open player. Inside for Pelton, off the hands of Dobyns Bennett to Gate City. Gate City, those are the type of passes that can kill you this late in the contest. Hensley will bring it in for Gate City. Brings in for Shelton. Shelton's up, no good. Rebounded by Hensley. Hensley shoots, no good. Rebounded by Bowles off Dobyns Bennett.
The Devils missed 2 easy opportunities, and the Indians work it down. Seaver, open jump shot, no good. Shelton with the rebound.
Shelton gets it out to Hensley. Hensley working it up court for Gate City. Drives to the paint, stripped away from him by number 31. Ferguson steals it back for Gate City. From 3, bang!
Arthur Ferguson ignites the crowd. The Devils take the lead, 72-71. We are under 4 minutes, 3:55. Seaver over to Bowles, into Bonifay. Shot is no good. Morris with the rebound.
Morris for Gate City, works it up the floor. Gate City up with 3:43 remaining. Morris working it over to Ferguson. Ferguson has to be the hero of the game so far for Gate City. Back to Morris. Morris from 3, short. Rebound is loose. Run down by Kevin Morris. Morris back to Ferguson. Ferguson drives. Dishes to Shelton. Shelton's turnaround jumper. Good!
This gym has exploded. Fans are up everywhere. 74-71 the score. 3:15 left in the ball game. Mickey Seaver comes down calmly. Over to Bowles. Inside to Horde. Shot over Shelton is short. Rebound comes down to Pendleton.
Pendleton gets it out to Hensley. Hensley takes it up. Good! No bucket! No bucket! Charging called on Jason Hensley. Oh my, what a call that was.
Oh my, fans exploding. It will go to DB. What a momentum breaker. Seaver will inbound to Bonifay. The Devils look lifeless now. Seaver has it. Over in the corner to Bowles. Bowles over to Seaver from 3. Shot is up. No good. Rebound tip. Pendleton for Gate City comes up with it.
Pendleton out for Ferguson. Ferguson takes it up. Shoots. No good. Rebound. It comes out to Pendleton. Pendleton back up. No good. Tip back out. And Hoare comes up with it.
It's up to Webster. Webster will hold it up for his teammates. Jason Hensley nearly the steal. Bowles from 3. Shot is good. We are down at a 1-point ball game.
Gate City works the ball up the court as they're giving Gate City 73, 74. It's tied up. The shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Hoare. We are knotted, PJ.
And the pass.
Basketball to Hensley. Hensley needs some help. Finds Ferguson. 2 minutes left in the contest. Ferguson to Hensley. Hensley lobs over for Morris. Morris was out of bounds.
Oh, a game of inches. A game of inches it is. Dobyns Bennett wants a timeout. Buck Van Huss sets his strategy for the final 154.
It's going to come down to the last second, PJ, just like last night. Buck may decide to run the clock down like he did at the end of the first half.
It's going to be a close call. I tell you what, neither team can afford a mistake. A mistake here could cost you the ball game. This is tight. Both teams have to be 100% perfect from here on out. As the fans are up chanting Devils.
Folks, buckle your seatbelts. We're getting ready to take off. There's no landing in sight right now. 154 remaining. That's all that holds all the time left in this contest. We are knotted at 74 apiece.
What a ball game. This is a classic. We said it was going down to the wire, and our expectations have come true. I think any fan that has paid good money to come in here tonight has seen 2 ball games worth 100 times as much. All right, Dobyns Bennett will inbound. The score is tied 74 to 74. 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play in this ball game. Mickey Seaver over to Ken Bonifay, being guarded by Hensley. Bonifay back to Seaver. Over in the corner to Bowles. Inside to Webster. He's wide open. Shot good by Webster.
Morris breaks it into Ferguson. Ferguson coming up court for Gate City. Picked up by Seaver. Back to Morris. Morris passes to Ferguson. Ferguson thought about going inside. Dribbles between 2. Shoots. Bang!
We're tied up at 76. Back and forth we go. Mickey Seaver, number 22 for DB, comes across the half-court line. Over to his right to Bowles. John Bowles, back to Mickey Seaver. They're looking for someone inside. They find Webster again. Shot blocked by Shelton, but a foul called on Chris Shelton.
It may be on Pendleton. We'll have to wait and find out. No, it's Shelton. Personal foul number 4 on the big man.
Very critical that Shelton stays in there for this final period. All right, to the line will go number 32, John. No, wait, who are they going to send to the line?
I believe Bonifay will be shooting.
Not quite sure as the players attempt to get something off the floor. It is Bonifay who will be shooting. Fans is up for 2-shot foul. Bonifay looks to the crowd. First shot up by Bonifay is up. Could be a deadly miss. Bonifay's second shot is good.
The Indians up by 1 as Ferguson works it up court for the Devils. He will be picked up by number 32. Ferguson drives, and he is fouled by, let's see, either Bowles or Bonifay. 32 picks up the foul. That is Bowles. That will put Ferguson on the line, and Arthur Ferguson, he has been quiet for the past few games, but tonight he has come out and played one well of a ball game.
And Arthur Ferguson about to take 2 very, very, very big free throws.
Ferguson, Eisenmark shoots. Good. We are knotted at 77. Ferguson, eyeing the mark, shoots, misses this one. Shell tips it out of bounds to Dobyns. Bennett, says the official.
And the referee's going to call for a timeout. Or Dave Mason does, excuse me, going to set his team up. 1:01 left to play, and folks, we are knotted at 77. What a game. All we can say.
I tell you what, PJ, if you have a pacemaker or a feeble heart, this is not the place to be tonight.
Definitely not. The fans have been into the ball game. Just been an all-around excellent contest.
Gate City has not turned the ball over 1 time in this second half. They only had 4 turnovers in the first half, and this has just been tremendous in the defensive play that both teams and the way that Gate City has handled this ball. These are 2 excellent ball clubs, and they have want to play it right down to the end.
Well, we're going to have to step back here, PJ, for another minute and 1 second, see what happens. Buck Van Huss has got several options. He may go to the delay, he may want the 3-pointer, and he may just want to go right at the Devils.
And he's still talking to his players. I tell you what, I would not want to have to coach against Buck Van Huss. Dave Mason's in a pickle of a jam. I would not want to be in his shoes. Okay, DB back, and they have the ball. All right, Dave Mason calls out defensive play. The Indians of Dobyns Bennett cross the half court behind Mickey Seaver. Over to Ken Bonifay. Back to Seaver. I think they're going to milk it down. Yes, they are. Bowles to Seaver. Seaver nearly loses it. Over to Bonifay. They are going to pull it up. 42 seconds left. Here we go. This is it. This is for the game. Bowles looking around, trying to find help. He calls a timeout quickly. Oh my, nearly a 5 seconds count called on Bowles. Whoa, 34 seconds left to play in this ball game.
I don't think Dobyns Bennett had in mind milking it, PJ. I think they was looking for the cutting player open on the inside. Gate City just got that zone packed back there. whoever wins this game, let's say it's well worth it. If Gate City loses, they play one well of a ball game. If they win, great job. Same for Dobyns Bennett. Both teams should be commended for their hard play.
I tell you what, everyone who is tuned into this game tonight, everyone's here. I think they will remember this ball game for a long time.
I'd like to remind everyone that Gate City's last game of the season, the regular season, will be this coming Tuesday night against the Abingdon Falcons right here in Gate City. We'd like to encourage each and every one to come out and support Blue Devil basketball.
All right, Dobyns Bennett will have the ball near half court. It will be inbounded by number 31, Ken Bonifay, looking for help. He inbounds it to Webster. Webster loses it, but a foul call. Maybe not such a bad foul after all by Pendleton.
They're 1-1.
Good situation. Excellent foul.
Webster, though, he has been very key for Dobyns Bennett here in the game, but in the fourth quarter, he has no points.
And with the crowd, this is a 1-1. Buck Van Huss sends Hunter Halliburton into the game. Bowles will sit down for the final 33. It's number 34, Ricky Webster at the line. First shot by Webster up and good. Could there be an overtime? Webster, his second shot. This is a big one. He hits it, 2.
The lead is 2 for Dobyns Bennett. Hensley brings it into Ferguson, 33 seconds remaining. Ferguson passes over to Hensley. Hensley working it back around. Timeout called by Gate City as Coach Dave Mason will try to set up the final play, I would say, for this game.
Wise decision. 24 seconds left. Dobyns Bennett, 2-point lead, 79 to 77.
BJ, if I blindfold myself, will you finish this game out? I don't know if I can handle the end of this.
I know, I may jump down in the crowd myself. What a contest, what a contest. Non-stop action. I think this is truly the meeting between the best of Upper East Tennessee and the best of Southwest Virginia.
PJ, I think I would even take a chance on going overtime with this team.
I think if Gate City can make it to overtime, it would be such a moral booster that they say, hey, we played 4 periods with Dobyns Bennett. No one won. We could take it. They've got the home gym.
I'm sure he just told the players to be very careful with your passes as they bring in the Terminator, Tony Bellamy, in for Ferguson. As Hensley is set to trigger the ball in for Gate City. Basketball comes into Shelton, back to Hensley. 21 seconds remaining.
They're shadowing Morris.
Hensley needs some help. Finds Bellamy. Bellamy underneath, fakes, takes it up. No good, but he draws the foul.
12 seconds left.
Talking about clutch time. Bellamy now with all the weight on his shoulders. Bellamy shooting 2. Eisenmark shoots. It's good. Bellamy needs this one to tie the game.
Okay, Bowles checks in. Halliburton will sit down. Halliburton great on defense. 12 seconds left.
Bellamy. Eisenmark shoots. Good.
And quickly, Gate City calls a timeout. We are tied at 79. Now, if you're Buck Van Huss, what do? Do you play for the overtime? Do you go for the 2? Do you go for the 3? What a difficult situation. I don't know if he wants to go into overtime because of the crowd factor.
79 all. Who would ever have thought? Well, everybody probably thought this. They knew that it would come down to the wire, but they had no idea that it would be this close.
I think we need a noise meter in here to register this. Fabulous in here. The fans are just outstanding.
If Gate City manages to pull this game out, PJ, it is going to be like Mount St. Helens all over again.
We've got a gym packed with 1,100 people, and 1,000 of those are probably Gate City fans. Okay, we're ready to take action. 12 seconds in the ball game.
Sherman Hoare is out of the ballgame, PJ.
I think they're going to go for the outside shooting. I don't blame Buck Van Huss a bit. The stack at center court. It'll be Seaver inbounding, looking for some help. Has to hurry to get it in. Gets it in to Bowles. Back to Seaver. Seaver has to hurry. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. Mickey Seaver over to Bonifay. He shoots. It is no good. The rebound comes down. 2 seconds. Blocked by Shelton.
We're going overtime.
We're going. What a block by Chris Shelton. What a block by Chris Shelton.
That right there might be the thing to get Gate City fired up, was the block by Chris Shelton.
The fans are standing, and I think it's time for the doomsday.
I have to believe, boys, that this gives Gate City a psychological edge because this crowd has gone wild, and you look at this gymnasium, there's nobody standing in it. This has to give Coach Mason and this team just a little bit of edge here to see what, to come back and stay tied. We played 4 quarters. At halftime we were tied. You hear in the end of 4 complete periods, we're still tied. So this is 2 of the finest ball clubs anywhere around.
We have 3 minutes left in this game as we have gone overtime here at Gate City, as all the Channel 30 film crew, including Lisa Gilmore, the camera person, has just about had a heart attack up here. What a fun game this has been, PJ.
Okay, but one key thing we have to keep in mind, Chris Shelton and Rusty Pendleton have 4 fouls. They have to be careful. For Dobyns Bennett, no player in foul trouble except for Mickey Seaver. He has 4, but he is a key performer. Okay, we'll jump again. It's almost as if we start totally new.
0-0 with 3 minutes left in the game.
Although the real score is 79-79. Shelton against Ford. The ball is up. Gate City gets it.
Morris with a basketball for the Blue Devils. Works it across the timeline. Morris taking control for the Devils. Passes back to Ferguson. Ferguson looking inside to Morris. Morris from 3. In and out. Rebound comes down to DB.
Bonifay gives it off to Mickey Seaver. He'll come down. Set up the DB offense. Will they go to another stall game? Seaver inside. Back to Seaver. Bowles thought about the 3. Wise decision not to take it. Bowles into number 34. That is Webster. Fighting for a shot. It is good for Ricky Webster.
Hitchley brings the basketball into Ferguson. 81-79. DB up by 2. We're in overtime here at Gate City. Ferguson setting the offense for Gate City. Gives off to Morris. Morris finds Ferguson. Ferguson in the corner, dribbles back out. Passes for Morris. Morris tries to paint, fakes, and he is fouled. That could be Severs. No, I believe they're going to get Bowles, number 32.
No, that's Mickey Seaver's 5th foul, I think.
We had him for 5. They may be just before. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Kevin Morris at the line, looking to tie the score for Gate City. Morris eyes the mark, shoots, good. Gate City within 1, 81-80. Morris with a second opportunity coming up. Eyes the mark, shoots. This one is also good.
We are not at the 81. 2 minutes on the dot left to play. What a ball game. Mickey Seaver now for Dobyns Bennett has the ball. Gate City heading up in a zone. Over to Bonifay. Into Webster. Has it stolen away. Gate City picks it up, but a foul going to be called, and it's on Ricky Webster, number 34 for DB.
And that is, what, 3 fouls on Webster? And that will be 1-1 for Gate City.
Hunter Halliburton checks in, number 30, and Bonifay will sit down for DB.
Ferguson, the hero of tonight's contest for the Devils. At the line, shooting 1+1. Ferguson eyes the mark, shoots, good. Gate City up by 1.
What poise by Ferguson. You have a gym full of people waiting to rough, and he hits the foul shot coolly. One more.
Ferguson, shot is up, good.
Okay, Gate City leads by 2, 83-81. 1:46 left to play. Mickey Seaver looking for help. Over to Bowles. Inside to Webster. Shot over Shelton is good for Ricky Webster. We're tied at 83.
Basketball comes into Hensley. 1:35 remaining in the game. As Hensley crosses the timeline, calls out the offense. Passes to Ferguson. Ferguson setting up the O for Gate City. Morris works his way through a pick. Lost control momentarily, back to Ferguson. Ferguson guarded closely by Seaver. Passes for Morris. Morris drives baseline, shoots. No good, rebounded by Horde.
Horde gives off to Seaver. DB can take the lead. Oh my, deja vu. I think they're gonna milk it. Here they go. Yes, they will. Back and forth they go. Seaver has it. Over to number 30, Halliburton. Seaver to Halliburton. Back to Seaver. Over to Bowles. They're going to play for one. This is it. Receiver going to drive. Dish off to Webster. Shot is good. No good, but a foul. And Ken Bonifay checks back in. I think, let's see, someone is injured on the court. Webster hurt, he says. Gets up. Seems to be all right.
Rusty Pendleton has just fouled out of the ball game, PJ. Tony Bellamy will probably be his substitute.
Gate City a good bench, and that's where it pays off.
Still a lot of time left here, PJ. 46 seconds. That's a lot of time.
Webster has been hot tonight. He has in total. He has quite a few points in total, to be exact. 24 on the night. But he missed a crucial foul shot earlier. Let's see if the fans can get to him. First shot by Webster. Nothing but silk. He'll have one more. This is very crucial. The Indians lead 84 to 83. Shot up by Webster. No good. Rebound Ferguson for Gate City.
Ferguson working it up court for the Devils. Looking, drives, passes off to Hensley. Hensley from three. Bang! Bang for Jason Hensley.
Dobyns Bennett now down by 2. 30 seconds left. They get it to Bonifay. Seaver is open on the other side. They can't find him. Finally over to Seaver. Back to Bonifay. Bowles is open for 3. His shot good for Dobyns Bennett. They lead by 1.
Gate City coming the other way. Morris with a basketball. Drives, shoots. No good. Shot on the tip. Good! Good! And the foul on Ricky Webster. Oh my! And the fans have gone haywire.
Oh my.
And we're having some trouble with the clock as they're trying to get the clock straightened out.
Oh my. What a game. Let's see, referee's going to the scorer's table. Let's make sure everything goes. Let's see if they count the shot. Some discussion going on. We do not really know how much time is left.
Somewhere around 12 seconds, I believe, when Morris took his shot. Gate City up by 1, 88 to 87, I believe.
And we believe there will be a foul called. And it should be Shelton going to the line. Dave Mason now over to the scorer's table checking on something.
Oh my, PJ. My seatbelt's not tight enough. I'm about to come out of here.
I just went out of mine. No way. What a game. Oh, if you heard that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, it may not have been loud on your TV set, but we almost went deaf here. What an explosion by the crowd.
The Devils going into the chant, the fans, my goodness. They're going to put 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 seconds.
Oh my, this is going to require a good piece of coaching by Buck Van Huss. Gate City's fans, now the key thing, Chris Shelton has got to hit this free throw. This is very, very critical. If it doesn't, all they have to do is get a 2-point basket. What a contest. What a contest. Still some discussion going on between the Dobyns Bennett players and the referee.
And Coach Buck Van Huss, he's going to ice Chris Shelton.
This is where we're going to see the poise of Chris Shelton.
Chris Shelton standing down at the line and said, hey, man, I'm ready to shoot. Where's the basketball? This kid right here, he's the coolest guy on the court right now.
Chris Shelton has played tremendous ball all year long, boys, but now I'm going to tell you, he's come along in this last half of the season. He just played some tremendous ball. He's been a clutch player. When Gay City was down or when they needed rebounds or when they needed things like that, boy, I tell you, Chris has really come through. He has got to be under a tremendous amount of pressure going to the line here with a 1-point lead, 4 seconds left in the ball game. It's tremendous.
I have got a wild commentator up here, PJ Grenzel. Oh, PJ.
I love it. This is what it's all about.
PJ, this has been spectacular. No matter what the outcome is, this has had so many thrills in it. Gay City smart, sending all their players back off the line, leaving it all in the hands of the big man.
If Gate City wins, you're going to see utter chaos break out.
Shelton looking to convert the three-point play, give Gay City a 2-point lead if he does. Shelton, shot is up, bang!
Working it down, Seaver. Hail Mary jumper from 3. No good.
Gay City wins. Gay City wins. 89-87. Gay City remaining undefeated. 20-0 on the year. Gay City wins. 89-87. The fans stream onto the court. What a victory for Gay City. They are number 1, undefeated on the season. For the Channel 30 News team, sports team, I'm Ivan Sanders, along with PJ Grenzel, Gary Wallen, Lisa Gilmwater, Melissa Blevins, bidding you good night from Gate City. You got me? We're here with Jason Hensley, one of the heroes of tonight's game. Jason, what was the turning point in tonight's contest when you knew that Gate City could win this game?
I never doubted that we couldn't, but it was just, we tried the best we could. That's all you got to do. And we can win.
I'll tell you what, Arthur Ferguson had a well of a game tonight. He really picked up some of the scoring slack.
Yeah, he did.
What was some of the other keys that you saw in tonight's contest?
Defense. We had to play defense to win. That's all there was to it. We knew that.
And indeed, win you did. You are now 20-0. What's the next step in line in Gate City's path right now?
Win region and go to state.
And that's what we was hoping you'd say, Big Jason. Congratulations on a good game.
Thanks.
got everything you said.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Arthur Ferguson, I guess the hero of tonight's game. You really picked up a lot of the scoring slack, hit some key three-pointers down the stretch. Some thoughts of the game from your standpoint?
Well, we all played hard, and we just had a great game all around.
Whenever Shelton blocked the shot there at the end of regulation, what went through your mind?
Well, I didn't know if Chris was going to get that or not, but I was sure glad he was.
And speaking of Chris, let's bring Chris in here. Come here, big man. When you saw that ball go up there at the end, Morris shot with the 12 seconds left in overtime, what thoughts went through your head?
It's like I told Channel 19 out there when we were sitting on the bench during that timeout, I asked my God, if he let us win this, and I'd give him a praise for it, so I give him the praise for it.
Well, that's terrific, and I guess your thought standing there at the foul line was probably one of confidence when you come back out. But I know Coach Van Huss tried to stall and try to put some pressure on you, but how did you feel when you went back out?
I felt great out there. I didn't feel no different. I just knowed I was going to sink it. I knowed I had to.
And indeed he did, as he really, you saved the game. You won the game for Gate City. Good job. There's five of you out there, but you was the one that put the winning two through the hoop. And congratulations to you and Arthur, and good luck against the Abbey.
We love you, Sherry. Too bad you couldn't come watch.
Come here, big man. Don't talk to you, man. All right. This is my buddy right here. Kevin Moose Morris, how does it feel to beat the big DB?
Feels great. That's something you dream about, beating Buck Van Huss. You know, he's a great coach, and he's got a great bunch of players. And we just come over here tonight. You know, it really fires you up when you see that crowd here. I mean, our players played great, and if I was going to, you know, name one player the MVP, I'd say that could be our crowd tonight.
Well, indeed, the crowd did play a big part in the game, but also I was mentioning the fact that Arthur Ferguson had an awful good game tonight for you all.
I think Arthur and Chris played maybe the best game of their career. Arthur, he wanted the ball, and he had confidence. He hit some unbelievable shots. I think he played a great game.
What was your thoughts there as the last second ticked off the clock and you knew that victory was in your hands?
Well, you know, I want the ball. Like when it comes down at the end of the game, I want the ball. So I wanted the ball, and I just hit the backboard, and I didn't have much backspin. I just kind of skidded off, and then I saw Chris come out and tip it in. It was a great feeling.
And
next every game, though, we play, each game's the biggest one.
The next game for you all will be Abingdon here Tuesday night. Is there anything? I mean, it's going to be a special night for you all. Y'all haven't lost a game here, I believe, in 2 years at home. And this could be a banner year for Gate City. An undefeated season stands in the wings. How do you see the game Tuesday night?
Well, I think we'd have to go out and not get the big head and just keep playing hard and maybe come out on the end again. I think we will. I think we'll be okay.
I do too, Moose, and we're hoping to see y'all take that big win, number 21, and maybe number 1 in the state next week. Congratulations on a great game. For Channel 30, Ivan Sanders reporting. One of the happiest men in the world. He set a record for the high jump, I think, out there.
Oh, I believe I did after seeing the game.
We're here with Coach Dave Mason. Coach, congratulations on a great victory. How does it feel to beat Dobyns, Bennett, and Coach Buck Van Huss?
Good gracious. You know, I told the kids they'll be the first Southwest Virginia team to beat them, and I told them, I said, I played it down. I said, now tonight I'm building it up. I said, if you want to know the truth about it, I'd rather beat DB than anybody on our schedule as far as I go. And I said, I know you guys are going to get out there and give it all you got, and if you do, you'll win. And that's what happened.
At one point in the game, what do you think was the turning point as far as Gate City goes?
Well, they made some runs and run the score up 2 or 3 times, like they go up 6, 7, or 8, and we never folded. And whenever we'd hit the big bucket, our crowd just vaulted us right back into the game. And you know, the crowd was so tremendous every time that we scored, it surged us, and we just stayed with them. And finally, it come down to crunch time. We sent it in OT, and I told them in the OT lane, I said, I knew you guys love to play basketball because I know you're just wanting to play 3 more minutes.
tonight, Arthur Ferguson and Chris Shelton played well in the ball game. What did you tell the team when there was 12 seconds on the clock in the timeout, during the timeout there, where Shelton was going to the line to shoot for the 2-point lead?
Okay, I just wanted him back. I told him to go out there and just keep his follow through and relax and hit the thing and then get down the floor as fast as you can. I said, we're going to have to throw a Hail Mary up. And I had our people back there picking up to make them, dodge, eat some time up, and the guy had to shoot one off one leg.
What was your thoughts as you saw that last second tick off the clock and knew the victory was in your hands?
Well, I don't know what I did. I believe I was jumping up and down out there. I was probably doing anything. Might have been doing a handstand. I don't know. But it's just such a great feeling to beat them.
The crowd tonight had to be one of the major forces behind getting you all back into the contest. Some thoughts on the size of the crowd?
I drove through here about 5 o'clock and I seen them lined up. They're really backing this program. And, what more could I ask for than to look out there and see that gym packed to the brim? And it got people down in closed circuit TV watching it from Scott County. And, it's just a great feeling. I'm sure the kids really appreciate it.
Tuesday night you have a chance to do something not many teams in basketball have a chance to do, and that's complete a perfect regular season.
That's exactly
right. What do you see will be the key to the Abingdon contest Tuesday night?
Well, again, we're going to try to take Sage Johnson out of the game with maybe a little bit of a tandem or something. Playing at home, all I'm going to do is turn our kids loose, and hopefully we just get in our fast breaking game. There's a whole lot of coaching whenever you've got shooters and players, and all I do is adjust things and manipulate a few things, and they take over from there.
Again, congratulations, Coach Mason, on a good win.
Appreciate Scott County 32.
For Channel 30 News, Ivan Sanders reporting from Gate City High School, where the Gate City Blue Devils have just defeated the Dobyns Bennett Indians.